Students, we are in chapter 3, that is Introduction to Database Management System. Yes, first we can have glance over what else we have discussed in the previous class. So first we have finished the definition for DBMS. Next we have discussed the basic concepts. So totally two basic concepts are needed for database. That is your DBMS. What are they? Asset properties, and the next one it is your concurrency control and locking. And the next class we have discussed what are the available database models. So how many models are there? So totally we are having 4 models. What are they? Hierarchical database model, network model, relational model, and the next one it is your object oriented database model. And in the next class we have finished about the introduction related to relational database management system, that is your RDBMS. Okay, so here we can have the glance over what are the features of RDBMS. What are the features? High availability, high performance, robust transactions and support, ease of management, and the next one it is your less cost. Yes, next we discussed what is the terms: table, column, row, primary key, foreign key, super key, and next one it is your composite key. These are the terms we have. These are the terms that we have already discussed. And today we are going to see next topic. It is your ER model. What do you mean by ER? It is your entity relationship model. Why you people need a model? For example, before constructing a house, you people will be having a set of plan. You will be planning something, you will be designing something. So that act as the model. Based upon that model, the construction work will be proceeding. So what work you people are going to do? Before that work, you will be preparing one model. Based upon that model, the work is going to proceed. Similar is the case with the ER model, that is your entity relationship model. So here you are going to have the model how your data are stored in the database. Yes, see here, to know the concept of what is the database design, ER model is used. So what it is going to have, it's just a collection of entities. So in the previous class itself I told you entities are nothing but what are the values that are stored in the column. Okay, what are stored in the column is called as your entities. So what is the values that you people are going to give, that is your entities. Okay, so next one is each and every entity is connected by means of some conditions. So based upon some condition, the values are interconnected with each other. So in the DR model, what else you people are going to have? It is just a design, and next it consists of collection of some entities. Entity is nothing but some values. So each and every values are interconnected together by means of some condition. So clear what is an ER model and why you need a ER model? Yes. Next we are going to see ER modeling basic concepts. So for any relationship, there you will be having some basic concepts. Okay, so in this also you are going to have three concepts. You are going to have three concepts. The first one it is your entity, next one it is your attributes, and the third one is your relationship. First one is your entity, second one is your attribute, and the third one is your relationship. Okay, yes, these are the points that you people are having under ER model. So just now we have discussed you are having three types of ER model. That is three concepts you are having. What is the first concept? It is your entity or entity type concept. Next one, it is your attributes, and the third one is your relationship types. Okay, ma? So these are the three ER model that are available, and now we are going to discuss each and everything. So what is an entity? Just now we have discussed. Entity is nothing but a simple value. Entity is nothing but a simple value. So under that entity you are going to have three, that is your strong entity, weak entity, and the next one is your entity instance. So under entity you are having three types. They are strong, weak, and the next one it is your entity instance. So under attributes you people are going to have key attribute, simple attribute, composite attribute, and the next one it is your single valued attribute, and the next one it is your multi-valued attribute. So these are the five types of attributes that are available under attribute. Next you people are going to have the relationship type. Under that you are having three. They are your relationship instance, degree of relationship, and the last one it is your cardinality. So these are the three concepts you are having. Under the three concepts you are having many types. So clear with the simple demonstration of ER modeling? Yes, now we can see each and everything in a brief way. So under that, first you are going to see what is an entity. Yes, entity is nothing but a value that you people are going to give. That value is easily identity. You people can easily identify that value. That is your entity. So entity can be any real world object. It can be anything. So see that example that is given below. So employee, it is an entity, and manager is an example for another entity. So these are the two examples for entity. Okay, why entity is nothing but a value that you people are going to give. Yes, next we can see the next one. Yes, next we are going to see what are the types under entity. The first one, it is your strong entity. So by the name itself you can tell. So that entity is going to be very strong. Yes, when you people tell you are a very strong person, when you are not depending other for any help, you will be telling you are very strong. Similar is the case with this entity also. This entity does not depend upon any other entity. The strong entity does not depend on any other entity. So thus it is very strong. So the next point is it has its own primary key. It has its own primary key. Similarly, it is represented by means of a rectangle. So ER model diagram we have already discussed, no? So in this, the strong entity is represented by means of a rectangle. So clear with the strong entity? Yes, next we can see the next one. Yes, the next one, it is your weak entity. Yes, by the name itself you people can tell. This entity is a weak. Weak means it is depending on other entity. Yes, weak strong entity does not depend upon any other entity, but this weak entity depend on other entities. Similarly, it does not have any its own primary key. It is not going to have any primary key of its own. It is represented by means of a double rectangle. It is represented by means of a double rectangle. So for strong entity, they are represented by means of a single rectangle. Yes, see this example. Yes, here the marks is your here pass, subject, and exam. So based upon these only, this is going to act. So it is, this marks is going to depend upon each and everything. So this is your weak entity. So here you will be having another one rectangle box inside. Okay, ma? Yes, next we can see the next entity. Yes, the third type is your entity instance. The third is your entity instance. Yes, what is here? Yes, this is your entity and this is the instance. What is entity here? A human, a common name. Here it can have the value as male or female. Okay, wow. The next another entity you are having, it is your animals. Under that you can have many values. You can have many values. What are they? It is your dog, cats, lion, tiger. What else you people are willing? You can have. So the next it is your job. Under job there are many jobs are available: engineer, doctor, lawyer, teacher. Many professions are there. Next you people are having the name of the actors, and next the name of the electronic devices that are available. So this is your entity, and the next one is your instance. So by this example you people must be clear what is entity instance. What it is? Entity is nothing but a common name that is given. So animals is a common name, but it is going to have many different values. It is going to have many different values. That is the instance of this entity. So clear with the simple example? Yes, instance or the value that you people are giving to the entity. So it just denote the category of the values. So to which category it is going to belong, that is represented by means of entity instance. So by seeing this lion, you can tell it belongs to the category, yes, animal. Similarly, female, it belongs to the category human. Similarly, doctor, it belongs to the category job. Like that, you people can tell. So based upon this instance, the entities will be, that is the category is find out for you. So clear with the entity instance? Yes, next we can move to the next one. So we have discussed the three types that are available under entity. So what is an entity and what are the types under that one? That is a strong entity, weak entity, and the next one is your entity instance. We have finished discussing these three. So next we can move on to the next one. It is your attribute. What do you mean by attribute? So already we have discussed that one. What is an attribute? So it is just the information about the entity. See here? Yes. So an attribute is nothing but it is the information about the entity. So it is going to describe the quantity, quality, and it's classify and specify an entity. Okay, ma'am. So an attribute will always have a single value. An attribute will always have a single value. The value can be a number or a character or a string. So attribute is nothing but it is going to give the information about the entity, and the value will be having always a single value, and the value can be a number, a character or a string. So this is your attribute. Next we can see what are the types that are available under attributes. Yes, the first one is your key attribute. So key means it is the important, that is the unique characteristics of the entity. So this key attribute is going to describe an important characteristics of an entity. So that is your key attribute. Yes, next we are going to see the simple attribute. What is a simple? By the name itself you can tell. It is going to have a single value and it cannot be separated. It is going to be very simple. Yes, single attribute will have a single value for that entity. A simple attribute is nothing but it is going to have a single value for that entity. So for example, you see this one. So employee is an entity. For this employee, the name is your attribute. So entity, this is your attribute. So employee is an entity and attribute is the name is the attribute for that employee. So this employee is going to have a single name. So just now we finished now, as it is going to have a single value for that entity. So this employee is going to have a single name. That is, this entity is going to have a single value for that attribute. See this example. Yes, employee, he is going to have the name. He is going to have the name. That name will be having the first name, and the next it is going to have the last name. Just this employee will have a single name. Okay, wow. Yes, clear with this one? It is an example for simple attribute. Yes, next we can see the next one. It is your composite attribute. Composite means it is going to have the combination of many things together. Subdividing it, it will be giving the simple attribute. You people can tell that in another word, that combination of many simple attribute will form the composite attribute. Splitting the composite attribute will give you the simple attribute. Yes, a composite attribute can be subdivided into simple attribute without the changing the meaning. That is the most important. Without changing the meaning, the composite can be splitted into simple. Go with this example. Yes, here you people see here. Employee name, last name and first name. If you are going to take it out first name and last name, these two are going to have the meaning. Otherwise, you are going to take the employee out. Remaining will be having a different meaning. That is name, first name, last name. It is going to have the different meaning. So, it is again an example for composite attribute. Splitting this one will give you the simple attribute. Don't forget, and the meaning of that attribute will not change for you. Yes, next we can move on to the next one. Yes, the next one, it is your single valued attribute. What do you mean by single valued attribute? By the name itself you can tell that attribute is going to have only single value. Yes, a single value contains only one value for the attribute. It do not have multiple values. You will tell one example for this one. Yes, you can have the age of the person. The age of the person will be only one, and there is no chance to have multiple values. Yes, age 3, only one value for that age. Similarly, the roll number 85. So he is going to have only single value. Similarly, a single person just now we are seeing he is going to have a degree. Okay, wow. Similarly, a degree will be belonging to a single person. So this is the case that you people are having single valued attributes. These two attributes are having only single value. For age, for a single person, he can't have a more age. Only one age can be given. Okay, clear with this single valued attribute? Yes, we can see the next type. Yes, the next one, it is your multi-valued attribute. What do you mean by multi-valued? By the name itself, you can proceed. That attribute is going to have many values. The attribute is going to have many values. Yes, a multi-valued attribute has more than one value for that particular attribute. For that particular attribute, it is going to have many values. I tell an example. Yes, a person who is going to have degree. A single person is not going to satisfied with a single degree. He is going to have many degrees. That is an example for multi-valued attribute. See here. So degree, a single person can have BTech, next MBA, next we can he or she can proceed with the MPhil, PhD, like that. The degree will be going on. The degrees that he is going to get will be going on. So degree is an attribute, and the remaining things are the values for this attribute. Next, you can have many bank accounts. That is your bank account. It can be in SBI, HDFC, ICIC. Then what else? Axis Bank. You people can have many things. So here it is going to have many values for single attribute. So clear with this one? Yes, next we can see the next category. That is your next concept. It is your relationship types. So there are, don't forget, under ER modeling we are going to have 3. Okay, wow. So we have discussed under entity and under attribute we have finished. Now we are going to have the things that are under relationship types. Okay, wow. The first one is your relationship instance. Yes, what is relationship instance? Before seeing the relationship instance, we can see what is relationship types. What do you mean by relationship? Yes, the relationship between two entities is called as your relationship. If there is a relation between two entities, that is from A to B, there is a relation, means it is called as your relationship. Okay, wow. So there are three types of relationship. So under relationship type, you are having three types. The first one is your one-to-one relationship. The first one is your one-to-one relationship. So see here, A to A, B to B, C to C, and D to D. So this is your one-to-one relationship. So the next one, it is your one-to-many relationship. So by the name itself you can tell only one from this entity is going to have many, it is going to have relationship with the all the entities that are available in the next table. Okay, wow. So it is one, it is going to have many relationship. So this is your one-to-many relationship. Next you are going to have the next one, it is your many to many relationship. So see the diagram. So D is going to have relationship with A, B, and C is going to have with D, similarly B with D, and A is going to have the relationship A, B, C, D. So here also you are having also all the values that are available in this one is going to have the relationship with this all. So this is your many to many relationship. So under relationship types we have discussed one-to-one relation, the next one is your one-to-many relationship, and the next one it is your many-to-many relationship. So although these three types of relationships are available, only the last two are mainly used. What are the last two? One to many and many to many relationship are mostly used. One to one relationship are used less only. Okay, wow. So these two are last two are the mostly used, and many times this many to many is converted into one to many relationship. That is the third type is converted into the second type. In most cases this conversion is done, then only the calculation part is proceeded. So one to one is used very less only. So clear with the relationship types? Yes, we can see the next one. Yes, the next one, it is your relationship instance. Yes, some each, already I told you, it is a relation between two entities. So each instance of the relationship between the members of these entity is called as your relationship instance. Already we have discussed what is an instance. So if it is going to have relation, means if the instance is going to have the relationship, means it is your relationship instance. Yes, we can see the next one. What is the next one for you? It is your degree of relationship. It is your degree of relationship. What is the degree? What do you mean by degree? How many number of entity types are involved? So the number of, based upon the number of entity types, you are going to check that one. It is your degree of relationship. So how many count you are going to have? That is called as your degree of relationship. So here you can have 1 to 1, that is your urinary, 2 to, that is your binary, 3 to, it is your ternary. Like that you can have the degree. Degree means nothing, it is the count, how many number of entity types that you people are going to use. That is your degree of relationship. Yes, next we can see the next one, that is your, yes, it is your cardinality. It is your cardinality. Yes, number of items. So previously we discussed number of entity types. So here cardinality is nothing but number of items included in the relationship is called as your cardinality. How many number of items we are going to use, that is your cardinality. So here you will be having the types like one to one, one to many and many to many. So these will be coming under cardinality. So clear with this one, what is a cardinality? Yes. Next it is your, see here. So clear with the topic, what else we have discussed by now? So under relationship we have discussed relationship instance, degree of relationship, and the next it is your cardinality. So clear with this one. So by now we have finished ER modeling. Clear with this one? Yes, so in today's session we have completed the ER modeling. So don't forget, under ER modeling you are having 3 types. The main thing are given in red color for you, and below that one you people are having the types that are available under each and every attribute model. So modeling type, okay, wow. Clear with this one? Yes, that's all students for today's session. Remaining we can continue in the next class. Thank you students.